Hello, my name is Mrs. Musgrove, and today you are going to design an experiment to learn all about momentum. The objective of the experiment is to know how to calculate momentum as the product of mass times velocity, but we're not going to only know how. You are going to prove that momentum is the product of mass times velocity. Look at this crazy lady in the picture. Her momentum is her mass times her velocity falling from the aeroplane. But before you go ahead and plan your own experiments, we're going to watch a short motivational video to give you some ideas about experiments others have done on momentum. Now, while you're thinking up ideas for your experiment, you must remember that every experiment follows a process. This is how you're going to be graded. You're going to be graded on your process and the results of your experiment. The process is what you've learned in every science class since you can remember. You ask the question, you do the research, you come up with a hypothesis, then you think up your experiment, and then you carry out the experiment, you do some analysis on your results, and then you come up with a short conclusion. And that is how I will grade you. And you must make sure that every element of scientific method and process is included in your results. Here are some resources that you can, a list of resources that you can use to find out some more about momentum and get some good ideas for an experiment. And there's also some questions to answer that I'm going to come to next. So you will need these resources. Don't forget the classroom library, where there's plenty of excellent textbooks to help you with your research. And finally, before you go off to design your momentum experiment using scientific method, there are 3 questions that I want you to answer as part of your write-up. The first question is, what is momentum? And I want you to describe that in words and make it as simple as possible. The second question is, I want you to think about why you need to calculate momentum. Just think of some answers, keep it short, but just think about why anyone might need to calculate momentum. And then the third question is thinking about some real life situations where momentum might need to be calculated. Now, if you could come up with 1 or 2, that would be great, but if you can think of more, that will also be great, and you may get a slightly higher grade. But I just really want you to have a think about and maybe do some research on why momentum might need to be calculated and some real life applications for momentum.